Hi everyone, my name is Mo and I am a 26-year-old based in Toronto, Ontario. I use the cash stuffing method to budget and work towards my goals of financial independence and to retire early. So today I will be cash stuffing for December week 1, and that includes $1,125 from my full-time job and $15 in side income, which came from selling some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. So always super happy to get rid of some stuff that I'm not using anymore to get some more side income. So why don't we go ahead and get started, and then in the second half of this video I'll do an unstuffing for my expenses in the last week, which include a number of major bills, because those for me typically come out in the beginning of the month. So for mortgage, this is getting $300. Okay, so I have $1,200 from last month, so this is going to come out. And $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 for next month's payment. In maintenance fee, this is getting $105. So 250s and 15. So for this month's payment, we have 100, 200, and 15. I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm trying to film this with the daylight still out, but it's starting to get dark super early, so if it gets darker in this video, I'm so sorry. Should be okay though. Property tax is getting 40, and now it has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 75, 175. Utilities is getting $15, and it now has 20, 40, 60, 75. I'm stuffing only 65 for this month in utilities, so I'm splitting that like across all 4 weeks because my last bill wasn't too bad. I think it was only 65, so really great. Home insurance is getting 15. With the temperature getting a bit colder, home insurance has 100, 200, 300, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40. Sorry, I'm trying to chat while in between stuffing. So with the temperature getting colder, I find that I haven't turned on my heating at all, which is insane. So that's why the bill isn't that much, but I'm sure it will be later on. Emergency fund is getting 65, 20, 40, 65. So my goal is to get this back to $10,000 by the end of this year. So I'm just gonna be stuffing extra for the next few weeks. So emergency fund now has 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,500, 9,006, 7, 50, 70, 90, 8, 10, 830, 840, 5. So 9,845. TFSA is getting skipped. RSP is getting 150. Taxes is getting skipped and fully funded at 2,000. Subscriptions is getting $5. So now subscription has $15. Annual bills is also getting $5. And it now has 50, 70, 80. Last but not least, student loans is getting $10. So it now has 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 50, 60, and 70. 3,370. That is it for major bills. Okay, moving on to my variable expenses. Groceries is getting its usual $65. 20, 40, 60, and 5. So groceries now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 165. Eating out is also getting $65. And it now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 185. Transportation is getting 35. So transportation now has 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95. 295. Beauty and Body is getting $10. And it now has 20, 40, 60, 70, and 80. Family is getting $5, and it now has 20, 30, and 40. Gifts is getting 15, and it now has 100, 200, 10, 20, 30, and 5. So 235 in gifts. Home is getting $10, and it now has $20. Electronics is getting 15. And it now has 100, 200, 300, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. So 375. Charity is getting $5, and it now has 100, 10, 25, 125. Miscellaneous is getting 15. And it now has 10, 20, 5, 30. Entertainment is also getting 15, and it now has 10, 20, and 30 as well. Last but not least, vacation is getting $100. So last 250s here, and it now has 1,000, 500, 2,000, 100, 200, 300, 455. So 2,455. Alrighty, that is it for variable expenses. And last but not least is for Pepper. And Pepper is getting $10 in vet bills. She now has 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 50, 60, 70. 3,070 in vet bills. In medications, she's getting $10. She now has 100, 20, 30, 40 in medications. In pet insurance, she's getting $20. And now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, and 120. In food and treats, this is getting $10, and it now has 15. In grooming, this is getting $5, and it now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 5, 10, and 15. 115 in grooming. Training is also getting $5. And it now has 100, 200, 350, 65. 365. Last but not least, accessories is getting 15, which is the rest here, and it now has $30. Okay, amazing. So let's just jump right ahead into our unstuffing, and I've written it all down here, and it's ready to go. So I'm just gonna hop right in. So in mortgage, we're taking out our payment for $1,200. So 1,100 and 200 here. In maintenance fee, we're taking out our payment of $425. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, and 5. Next is we're gonna skip all the way to the back to student loans, and that has its monthly payment of $145. So 145. That's it for major bills. In variable expenses, in groceries, I spent $50. So 20, 40, and 50. That's for 1 week. In eating out, I spent $70, 20, 40, 60, and 70. In transportation, I spent $25, and this was for gas and a train ride. In beauty and body, I spent $5. So why don't we take a 10 and get back 5 here. I am really into heatless curls right now, and I tried using some socks, which is definitely the economical way to do it, and it works, but I just got so annoyed with how the sock kind of twists and it's not really stable. So I spent $5 on getting a one of those like satin bars that you use for the heatless curls. So hopefully that goes well. And it was pretty cheap, so I didn't mind making that expense. Next up is gifts, and I spent $20 treating out my friend for her birthday. Okay, nothing at home, nothing in electronics. I spent $100 in charity. It was Giving Tuesday last week, so I really wanted to give back to the rescue where my dog Pepper came from. So I spent $100 donating to them. And I do, again, encourage, if you have some extra money this Christmas or this holiday season, please give back to a cause you care for, you know, your local humane society. Personally, I'm really into donating to animal welfare, but would love to hear what you guys are passionate about. Please share in the comments. And yeah, in miscellaneous, I spent $20. And that is it for variable expenses. Okay, so for Pepper, I spent $75 on her monthly pet insurance. 20, 40, 60, 70, and 5. And in accessories, I spent $25. I got her some winter boots, kind of the ones that like go over her whole leg and then like wrap around the bottom of her body with a little bit of a hole so she can go potty. So I'm hoping it'll fit. I know it's tough to find things that fit exactly for your dog. I bought that, and I also bought her a slow feeder. So that is $25. Okay, and that's it. So I've already written down the total here, which is $2,460. So let's see if that matches up. So we have 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. And of course I need my trusty old calculator. 1,800 plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93. Plus 300 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. Okay, so 2,160 I have here, and I forgot to mention in my original calculation I had my RSP deposit, which I actually took out off camera, so that's why it's 2,460. All right, so always very expensive in the beginning of the month, but it is what it is. Super grateful to even be able to pay my bills. Okay, so that is it for this week. I hope you have an amazing time. So far, I'm enjoying December. The snow in Toronto is still flurries, so it's like nice and pretty, but I know eventually it's gonna be very mushy and ugly and everyone's gonna be done with the short days. But I'm enjoying it for now, and I hope you are too. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for staying with me. Thank you for taking your precious time to watch this video. I will see you next time. Bye.